Welcome back. We are still on Domain 4, Lesson 5. So what we're going to be starting to talk about is writing your claim. So we have already begun to talk about your persuasive essay. We're going to talk about how to write a claim. So remember, an opinion is a personal view or belief, whereas a fact is true and can be proven. So having an opinion with a reason makes your writing strong, just like having an iron ore, which makes that strong metal. That's how that strong metal is made. So you're going to be working on your unit project for this part, and you're going to evaluate Don Quixote's actions and determine whether or not his actions are justified by his beliefs about knighthood and chivalry. So when writing a persuasive essay, you're going to need to develop a claim. In a persuasive writing, a claim is the strong opinion that can be backed up with reason and evidence. So a claim is introduced in the introductory paragraph. In the body paragraph, you're going to defend your opinion, and then your claim, it's important to be part of persuading and convincing your readers. It suggests you have proof to support your ideas. So your writing prompt for this unit is going to be, do Don Quixote's good intentions justify his actions? That is what you're trying to prove through your opinion. So first thing you need to do is think about, do you agree or do you disagree? So for example, so the first part of this that's in red, that was my introductory for my example persuasive essay. Have you ever read a story that made you want to shout at the main character? In the Brothers Grimm tale, The Fisherman and His Wife, a fisherman asks a magic fish to grant his greedy wife's wishes. The fisherman always does what his wife says, even when she asks for the power to make the sun and moon rise and set. The fisherman is a fool and should have acted differently in the story. That is my introductory. That has my claim within it. My claim is that very last sentence. The fisherman is a fool and should have acted differently in the story. So even though the claim is in my last sentence, it's sometimes in the first sentence when you're drafting. So it's usually the first thing you write when you write your introductory is you write your claim, even though it is the last sentence. The opinion will be supported with reasons and evidence throughout the essay. The opinion is known as the thesis. Remember, we talked about that. So your opinion, claim, and thesis are all the same thing. It can be provable and arguable. You want to persuade the reader to agree with your opinion by the end of the essay. In the case of my example essay, we want to convince you that the fisherman is a fool. The thesis statement never includes statements like, I think, or I believe, in my opinion. That's just very generic. We want to come right out and state it. It's more of an implied thing. It's not really, I think that the fisherman is a fool. We would never write that for a persuasive essay. It just doesn't need to be directly stated. So for your assessment today, you're going to complete something similar to this. It might not look exactly like this, but what you're actually going to be doing is writing your opinion. So you're going to restate the prompt and answer if it's a yes or no. So remember the prompt, do Don Quixote's good intentions justify his actions? So your opinion would be Don Quixote's good intentions do justify his actions, or Don Quixote's good intentions do not justify his actions. Then you're going to give your reason. What is one reason why did you choose yes? Why did you choose no? And then you're going to give 2 examples from the text to support your reason. Now, notice this is not very big. It's not very long. This is just to write down your ideas. This is our graphic organizer to get our ideas on paper. It's a lot easier when we can organize our thoughts ahead of time before we can start writing our paragraphs. So first thing you need to do, tell me what your opinion is, yes or no. Then you're going to write your reason. Why did you choose that? And your 2 pieces of evidence that support that opinion. This will be sent to your teacher, and that is your assessment for today. Keep in mind, the first decision that you make is whether to answer the prompt yes or no. So these are some examples. Yes, Don Quixote's were justified. No, they weren't. Remember, the next row is talking about your reason for it. Why did you agree with that? Well, yes, because his heart thinks he's doing, in his heart he thinks he's doing these good deeds, or no, he's hurting people and he's attacking people. And the last row is to give actual evidence from the text. For this side, don't worry about the revision part. We're just focusing on this first draft piece. And remember to refer back to this rubric. This is what you're going to be assessed on when your teacher looks at your essay. So as you're starting to think about these things, try and see if you can start including them. Even though you're just filling out a graphic organizer kind of thing today, this is still really important to keep in mind. And we will see everyone in lesson 6.